Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are healthy and safe at your home. I am Shweta Jain representing Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota. Today we will study Science Chapter 8 Birds. So children, we will discuss this chapter in two parts. Today we will discuss the first part, and the contents of the chapter are: in part 1 you will learn about birds, feathers, how birds fly and beaks. And in part 2 you will learn about feet and claws and nests of birds. So let's start with the part 1 of this chapter. So all of you open your books, chapter 8, page number 64. So children, when you wake up early in the morning, you hear the different melodious sounds from your surroundings. These are the sounds of the chirping of birds. There are variety of birds surrounding us. You might have seen sparrows, pigeons, peacocks. So these birds are of different colors and sizes. All birds have one beak, two eyes, two wings and two legs. Their body is covered with feathers. You can have a look at the picture shown here. A bird is shown over here. It has two eyes, a beak, then wings, a tail. Body is covered with feathers and two legs. Now we come to the feathers. Now feathers are the structures that covers the body of the bird. Birds are the only creatures on the earth whose bodies are covered with feathers. Birds have feathers of different colors and sizes. Now these feathers are of three different types. So let us have a look at all these types of feathers. So first one is body feathers. As you can see in the picture over here, these feathers cover a bird's whole body. Then there are down feathers. These are small, soft and fluffy feathers. They keep the bird warm. You can see the picture. These are small, shorter in size, they are soft and they are very fluffy, and they keep the body of the bird warm. Then the third type is flight feathers. These are long and help a bird to fly. They are present on the tail and the wings. You can see these type of feathers. These are long and they help the bird to fly. They are present on the wings and the tail of the birds. Now this was about the three different types of. So now we come to how birds fly. So children, birds fly with the help of their wings, and the wings are attached to a bird's body with the help of strong muscles. These muscles move the wings. So what happens? They possess wings. Birds के पास क्या होते हैं? They have wings, and these wings help them to fly. Now there are strong muscles. This is one of the adaptation. ये एक तरह का special characteristic है bird का, कि उनकी जो muscles है, they are very strong and they help these the birds to move their wings. Okay. So now the shape of their body is like a boat, which also help them to fly. Birds flap their wings to fly. Now another thing is besides wings, जो दूसरी चीज़ है, that is the shape of their body. जो birds की body है, it is shaped like a boat. So this type of shape helps them or makes it easier for them to fly, and whenever they need to fly, they flap their wings. Now they move their wings in two ways. And how they flap their wings? They flap it in two ways, in two directions. They are upstroke and downstroke. Now have a look at these movements. In upstroke movement, wings move upward and backward. Let us have a look at the diagram over here. You can see the first picture. In this picture, this bird is flapping its wings like this. When it is flapping the wings upward, its body moves backward. Okay, so this is called as upstroke movement. Now we again come to downstroke movement. In downstroke movement, wings move downward and forward. We again come to the picture. See the second picture. In this, wings are flapped downwards. It's like this. When they flap their wings downward, their body moves forward. So, in this way this downstroke movement is shown by birds. Now, besides this upstroke and downstroke movement, the tail of a bird helps it to change the direction during flying. Now, whenever they want to change their direction during their flight, they uses their tail. Now, we come to the next, that is one of very important thing, or it is a very interesting to know that all birds cannot fly. Some birds are there like ostrich, emu and penguins. These are very bulky, they are very large in size, so they cannot fly. So, these three are the birds which are called as flightless, means they cannot fly. Now, we come to the next topic, that is beaks. Now, birds do not have teeth. They use their beaks to catch and eat food. Different birds have different kinds of beaks depending on the foods they eat. Now, children, we eat food with the help of our teeth, but this is not so with the birds. Birds do not have teeth. So, what does they use? They use their beaks to eat their food. Now, different types of birds have different types of beaks. So, let us discuss some of them. First one, birds like sparrow, pigeon and peacock have short, hard and strong beaks to crush seeds and grains they eat. Now, you can see the picture over here. These are some of the birds you see in your vicinity, in your surroundings, like sparrow, pigeon, peacock. All these birds, ये generally क्या खाते हैं? They used to eat grains, seeds, and often we used to give them grains, and you might have seen in various temples also, कई जगह मंदिरों में you might have seen कि वहाँ पे birds को दाना डाला जाता है. तो what is it? They are the seeds and the grains which these birds used to eat. So, their beak is short, hard and strong, so that they can crush the seeds easily. Now, we come to another examples. Birds like eagle, vulture and hawk have strong, sharp and hooked beak to tear the flesh of their prey. Now, you have already studied in your previous chapters that these birds like eagle, vulture, they are carnivores. They eat the flesh of the other animals. So, to tear the flesh of the other animals, their beaks are strong, sharp and hooked. Let's come to another examples now. Hummingbird and sunbird have long and pointed beaks to drink nectar from flowers. You can see in the picture shown here that these birds are very smaller in size, but their beaks are very long and pointed as they drink the nectar from the flower. So, these type of beaks, they help it to go deep into the flower and suck the nectar from it. Now, there are some water birds like duck and goose. They have broad and flat beaks with tiny holes on either sides. You can see the picture over here. The beak of this duck, it is flat and broad and it has holes on the sides. So, these holes are present on both the sides. Now, when they take in water, they take in muddy water. So, what happens from these holes, the muddy water comes out and the insects and the plant parts, they remain inside their beak which they eat. Okay? What happens? जब ये पानी के साथ में muddy water के साथ में जो insects और grass आते हैं वो beak में ही रह जाते हैं and from the holes the muddy water comes out. Okay? So, now we come to the next example, parrot. Parrot has short and curved beak to crack nuts and seeds. You might have seen parrots sitting on the trees. They generally use to eat fruits. So, their beaks are short and curved so that they can crack the nuts and seeds easily. Now, another example is woodpecker. Woodpecker has a strong, pointed and chisel-like beak to make holes in tree trunks. Now, chisel here means it is a tool. Chisel क्या होता है? ये एक sharp tool होता है with a sharp pointed blades. ठीक है? It is like a pointed hammer and it is used to make holes in the wood. So, this woodpecker also has a beak which looks like chisel. It is strong and pointed. This beak helps it to dig holes in the wood and take out the insects to eat. Now, the last example here is a bird named Hupu. Hupu has long, slender and pointed beak. Now this Hupu it feeds on the insects. ये क्या खाता है? जो ground में insects होते हैं holes के अंदर, तो it feeds on those insects. So by the help of its long, thin and pointed beak, it takes out the insects from the holes from the ground. So children, this was all about the explanation of part 1 of this chapter. Now there are some questions for your live doubt class. What you have to do? You have to keep your answers ready in your rough notebooks, and whenever there will be doubt class, you can give the answers in the chat box over there. So the questions are, name the 3 types of feathers birds have. Question number 2, name 2 birds that have strong, sharp and hooked beaks. Question number 3 is, what helps a bird to fly? Name 2 birds that cannot fly. So be ready with your answers for the live doubt class. I hope you all have understood the chapter well. So children, if you have any doubt, you can ask in the live doubt class. There you can type your doubts in the chat box. Okay, so that's all for today. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Have a nice day.